Welcome back to this commentary playthrough of Trails Beyond the Horizon with Teledor. We are in Trion Center. We're going to go see a movie and see about tracking down former clients from Daybreak 1 and 2, apparently. And we'll also stop in and see what the Liberal Boutique has for us.
Initiating search.
And are there any shards around?
Performing shard search.
Nope, can't go back there. Okay. So, yeah, my confession last night hit the mark, and I owe every bit of it to you, Najib. Not at all. It was your own personal charm that made the magic happen. In fact, you're moving along quicker than I expected, letting her spend the night with you right off the bat. That's true, but she looked none too pleased with me when I woke up this morning. As for why, well, that's the question. I didn't even lay so much as a finger on her yesterday. I spoke too soon. A new wardrobe outside, same old Jimmy inside. That's exactly what she said. But what the heck does it even mean? What a crying shame. Even those lucky underpants must be in tears. Still, you could say this level of innocence is one of Jimmy's positive points. Why was she so upset with me, I wonder? It doesn't seem like a total deal breaker, luckily, but man, romance is so complicated. Hi, Emoji Cat. Is it your turn? Emoji Cat says, yes, I am here. I am ready for the pets and the attentions. All of the attentions, please, is important. Make with the patents, monkey.
Please, browse to your
Yep, don't need those.
Found everything to your liking.
Project proposals are important in and of themselves, but providing employees with in-house training is no less essential. What I need to do is nurture budding talents like Najib. The hurdles are only just beginning.
Search time.
Quick, to the Batcave. Let's give the cinema a pass for now.
Initiating search.
Yes, no. Okay, we're... Give the tower a pass for now. There's some shards. Hey! Could you please refrain from putting this to paper? We'd be willing to compensate you with a consulting fee, within reason. The mess has both parties completely perplexed. Surely you can reconsider in light of that. I get where you're coming from. I do. But if this is true, then we've got a responsibility to report on it. Though by the sound of it, this leak didn't come from the other end of the dispute. In any event, if I could at least review the article before it goes to print. The editor-in-chief's a given, but doesn't that woman look familiar too? Yeah, we helped her deal with that actor she was managing back in Messeldom. Yep, the guy brought it on himself, but he took kind of a nosedive as an actor afterward. You could say he's gotten back into the groove, though, recently. Suppose if anyone would know, it'd be you. Could you please refrain from putting this to paper? Okay, same. Same. Topic.
Can you spare a moment?
Oh, it's the Spriggan. You're those fixers from Messeldom. Hey, Miss Manager. Long time no see. Let me guess. That case we helped you with is rearing its ugly head again. That's right. Oh, I should introduce myself first. I'm actor Ethan Smith's talent manager. Thanks to you, that woman with a grudge against Ethan was talked into leaving him alone. Ethan was penalized for his actions, but he's finally regained his footing. But now, all these months later, the full details of that case and Ethan's misconduct have been leaked to Meld magazine here. What? Everything about how he got involved with a fan, dumped her, and then ended up being stalked by her? My goodness, how despicable. Yeah, no matter how you look at it, this is his just desserts. I would have preferred the woman he wronged be the one who received the assistance. Well, it was what it was. That aside, you got any idea who leaked the story? I thought there was nothing to you, Spriggan. But you catch on quickly. You're spot on. We received an anonymous, detailed report that was sent directly to the editorial department the day before yesterday. When we checked with the woman we made the settlement with, she claimed to have nothing to do with it. She said she'd met someone new and would be extremely embarrassed if the incident was made public. Really now? Hey, Van? We can't really overlook this, can we? Yeah, I know. We sure didn't leak it, but we don't really want the specifics of our business disclosed. Or our confidentiality questioned. You mind letting us handle this case for the time being? Depending on the circumstances, we might be able to give your magazine an even juicier story. Very well. I accept. What? Are you sure? Positive. While the leaks appear accurate, their source is unknown. It simply isn't our style to go along with something like this. And even if we did cover the story, it wouldn't gain much traction thanks to the space program. Besides, I can't stomach the thought of us being used as a tool for someone else's benefit. I only have one condition. Handle the payback in our stead. Leave it to us. So you're willing to overlook what Ethan did? Yes, I'm more worried about the woman, but if anything else happens, the guild will lend a hand. Oh, that's a relief. Who would have thought that someone would leak this case after all this time? This is the third time now. There is no longer any doubt. After that, Van and the others said their goodbyes to Cunning and the manager before returning to work. Okay. What do we have in the liberal boutique?
Now where?
Nothing there. Hey, Rains. Hey, Miss Manager's maid out on a business trip, so I'll be manning the place for today. But anyway, how about that Project Startaker, huh? All the buzz around it's just getting buzzier and buzzier. The Liberal Kingdom used to lead the continent in airship engineering, but apparently their anti-gravity flight systems aren't enough to breach the atmosphere. Not like orbital rockets, the development of which, from what I hear, the Verne Company applied their ballistic missile tech toward. Let's be real, though. If that know-how ever got put into military use, it'd be all sorts of bad news. Yes. Rumor is there's a lot more going on under the surface of the space program. Or Project Startaker, if you want to get official about it. Me, though? I'll just be kicking back and watching the show play out.
Welcome to the Liberal Boutique.
Acerbic tomatort. Okay.
We look forward to your continued... Nice to see you. We
Nope.
look forward to your continued patronage.
I'm sure you do.
Search time.
Perfect time for a breather.
Okay. Oh, hey. What do you got? It's not as though I have anything against Vega. Their singing is beautiful, and they're striving hard in their own rights. But when it comes to Lulua and Sela, I know the hopes and aspirations they held coming in, and those feelings were dismissed out of hand. I can't in good conscience support the ones who took their place. Well, that's nice of you.
Initiating search.
Only 2 more days left until the big launch. I don't think I've ever felt this keyed up before in my entire life. The last great frontier for mankind, was it? President Gramhart would make an excellent copywriter. What about the deep sea? Like, everybody ignores the ocean as the last great frontier. Well, Leon, what's your next move? Still bent on running away from your duty of carrying on the Gekka style? Figures you'd bring that up. I'd love to say it's none of your business, but it sounds to me like somebody's gone too long without a good bow. Prepare for a full course of my true power, honed by the Guild's special curriculum at Le Mans HQ. If you're only shadowing me to pick fights without letting a word in edgewise, then I might have to look into restraining orders. Hey, I'm your family, not some back alley stalker. Let me just say this. I've chosen my path, and no part of it leads me back to Longport. But even still, I should be able to travel it with the Gekka School's core tenet in tow. The essence of Gekka lies not in valor, but not in embracing violence, but rejecting it. Fine, if your mind's made, then I'll stop butting in. It's a path all your own, I'm sure, one that's more than just martial dedication.
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of the East's major landmarks.
That's my little sister. Sounds like you got the gist of what I meant. Make no mistake, though, I'll still be dropping by now and then to check if you've strayed off road. Good grief. You're nothing if not consistent. Is it just me, or are Lilian and Xiaoling finally on the same page? Yeah, they've got a long haul ahead, but at least a compromise is in the cards now. That push on the back we gave him before really paid off. My brother's Gekka mastery is centered on Qigong techniques, so I've got a pretty decent idea of what he's aiming for. A mix of Qigong and pharmacology is my guess. Similar to Dr. Long Kai's approach, but with its own twist. It might take more than just a single generation to pull off, but Lilian's set on this. Then I'll hang back and watch. Oh, it's you guys. Caught me a little preoccupied. But, wow, Xiaoling's nothing if not consistent. Still, she didn't shoot my quest for independence down the way I half expected her to. Maybe it's high time for me to hit the ground running. I do have enough seed money saved up. Word is, a famous phantom thief made an appearance at the auction house in the Chardon district. But that old goat from the Imperial Chronicle snatched up the scoop and left me in the pits. The space program's a gold mine too, but I can't even dig up the tiniest morsel of that juicy inside intel. Snap out of it, Nicole. A game-changing scoop of your very own is out there somewhere. It's gotta be.
This is incredible.
With you, was it? The music video they uploaded reached a massive view count in the blink of an eye. Huh. Maybe they lucked out and got an engagement boost from some influencer? Anyway, we've got more important stuff to worry about. It's food for thought, sure, but right now, our future hinges on us getting this job done. Full stop. I suppose... Well, there's no writing those girls off after all those views they racked up. Can't say I saw it coming. But so what? Getting worked up about it now won't make a difference. At this point, we're in too deep to do anything but push our way through to the end. So, these days people can self-promote via Orbital net streaming. Seems we'll be in for some stiff competition once our ambassador work is done. Okay.
Serial finders.
What kind of movie we got? At last, I get to see Crimson Fist, the movie everyone's talking about. Who'd ever expect the Nina Fenley to step so far out of her comfort zone and play a boxer? No way I could miss that. Plans to catch 3 screenings in total, and that's just for today. That's not something I've ever really been able to do. If you're looking to watch Crimson Fist starring Nina Fenley, our theaters are the place to do it. The intense audio experience complements the hard-hitting plot for a knockout punch straight through the audience's hearts. Trust me, you'll feel like you're standing right there with the rest of the cast.
Step right up.
What's playing right now? Seen Sacred Journey, seen Detective Squadron, not seen Crimson Fist. But we have purchased the pamphlet. Interesting. Well, who should we invite? I mean, let's take Rosette and let's take Elaine. A lonesome girl named Beth, born in the slums, turned to a life of crime and ended up in prison. But one day, she received a letter that would change her life. It's from a man named Mikey, who had once made a name for himself as a boxing trainer. You got a talent for boxing, kid. You just gotta hone your skills. Although Beth scoffed at the letter at first, as time went on, she eventually decided to start training on her own. Eventually, the day of her release came, and Mikey was right there waiting for her, inviting her to train with him and become a champion. But the path of a pro boxer was more arduous than she ever could have imagined. Mikey, who had become a mentor to her like none other, was diagnosed with an incurable disease just before the biggest match of her career, and after he fell into a deep coma, one the doctors said he'd never recover from. Beth was forced to go it alone.
And Beth's down on the mat yet again. Could it be that her opponent, the welterweight champion Grizzly Bonanza, is just too far beyond her to beat?
It's no good. She'll never beat that monster.
I hate to say it, but maybe she should just stay down.
Get up! On your feet, Beth!
I can't see. Everything's going dark. Mikey, I can't.
Listen up, Beth. You got a natural talent for this sport.
Mikey?
But before you can go anywhere, you gotta believe in yourself. Work on those moves. And don't do it for me. Do it for your future. All that strength you've been building up, it ain't gonna let you down. I know it'll point you in the right direction when you're up against the wall.
That's right. Mikey believed in me. The most important thing you gave me is right here inside me. Coursing through my blood and my fists. Believe, Beth. Believe in all those days of training. Believe in yourself.
Gotcha!
She nailed her! That was a perfectly clean hit!
Thanks, Mikey. I promise I'm gonna bring that belt home for you.
A little bit of Rocky for your style. Ms. Fenley's footwork and overall movements were flawless. I've heard there are a number of techniques a boxer employs, such as contorting one's body and shifting weight from leg to leg. I can tell Miss Fenley went to great pains recreating how a boxer like Beth would use her muscles as accurately as possible. So that's why I could feel the weight behind all her movements. Wait, you could tell all that just from watching the movie? No, forget that. Where do you even hear about that stuff? Oh, I studied up quite a bit on ergonomics while acclimating myself to this body. During that time, I used information about how one moves their body in boxing and other unique sports as a reference. It was a fascinating subject, so I remember quite a lot about it, even now. Oh, really? So you were a boxing buff this whole time? Go figure. A story about a delinquent who uses boxing to reforge herself and to find a new course to embark on? I guess you truly can find meaning in life by devoting yourself fully to something that suits you. Yup, you might even think of it as destiny at work. Bet you could say that about both my path as a Spriggan and yours as a bracer. I suppose in Beth's case, she had a fateful encounter with Mikey because of her imprisonment. In reality, though, not everyone gets that convenient chance encounter with a person who will magically change their life for the better. Right. That's why it's so important for the world to have people like Mikey in it. The more who will take it upon themselves to offer that helping hand to those in need, the better the world becomes. Hence the reason you became a bracer, and I became a Spriggan. That said, you can't just sit and wait for someone to swoop in and save the day. Everyone should make every effort to chart their own destiny. I certainly won't argue with you on that point. This film has given me a lot to think about when it comes to the winding paths life takes. Having finished their break, Van and his crew resume their work. Hey, level 3 ADF and defense. All right. Not really much else to do there.
That's Trion Tower?
Initiating search.
Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks. You'll also find the Burn Store, a movie theater, affordable clothing retailers,
Apparently, they're only allowing one T-phone sale per customer now. Had me breathing a sigh of relief and disappointment all at once. Maybe it's best I just give up on this for now. Springing for it would have left me on a shoestring budget for several months after anyhow. I could still go buy one at the Orbital Cafe on Station Street. Something tells me having 2 personal phones is a little over the top anyhow. Better to just throw in the towel for good on this. Yes, please do.
Performing shard search.
Huh? Hey.
Initiating search.
All right, Bart. Show me your T-phone. I need to check whether or not you've really been using it to study. Huh? But how? You barely know how to work these things. Stepping out of your comfort zone for the sake of your kids is part of a mother's job. Now, let's see. Oh. 3 hours on gaming applications? Now that's not what we promised, is it? Oh, you got me. Sorry, Mom. I never thought my mom would figure out how to tell how long I've been on my gaming apps. Guess I gotta behave from now on. A fellow mom friend taught me how to restrict the search functions, so I took the liberty of doing just that. I may not be the most tech-savvy woman around, but a mother always finds a way. No mountain is too high when it comes to our children. As the T-phone increases in prevalence, so too does the number of trivial inquiries we receive about them. But on the other hand, I also get the sense that more and more of our customers are experts on the subject, courtesy of the Orbital network and so forth. As a consumer-facing employee, it's essential that I keep my own information up to date as well.
What do you have?
Or something like that. We have cyber goggles.
Come again. What do you have?
Okay. Change covers. Exchange Sepith. Nope.
Again.
Hey, kinda. With all the T-phones on the market, our customer service is snowed under. This job has been frazzling me a lot less, though. Maybe because I'm getting better at it? Thanks to that, I have enough spare time to study up on technologies outside my immediate work duties. Before, it was all I could do just to handle the work right in front of me. But now I have a little bit of breathing room to spend on studying. I've got to start thinking bigger and bigger about what I can make of myself. Yeah.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Plugins, we should have them all. Yes, we do. Modify orbment. Oh, we need to fill those. Okay.
Please stop by again.
With the rocket launch only 2 days away, T-phone orders have been sharply increasing. Despite stocking up beforehand, our supply is at risk of being depleted before long. Until now, we had allowed the purchase of multiple units at a time, but from here on, they will be limited to 1 per customer. Yep. Rosette. Does she, though? Because I'm not really feeling that. Oh, what's this? This is Earth and Fire. Meh. Yeah, I really don't need the water here, do I? Like, at all. Resist burn. Not really. Wind. Resist seal. Don't want scent. But amethyst ring. Resist blind. Doobie doobie doo. Citrine. Seraphic force. Attack regen guard. That has possibility. Oh. Oh. More ATS is good. 6 Mirage is probably a bit much. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. That is definitely not gonna happen. But resisting fear is good. Ooh. But what about down here? Would Mirage get us more GoldenEye? Wind would do us better. Wind would definitely serve us better there. Okay. So, we're gonna go with Mind 2. And that's 3. That and decoy kind of cancel each other out, but I need a 4. Oh, that needs fire too, that's why. 3 more fire. Well, in that case, let's go ahead.
Skills altered.
Give you that. Okay, well, fine.
Performing shard search.
To the Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion
Let's go up to the top of the tower.
also find the Vern store, a movie theater, affordable clothing retailers, and other things.
Missy's up on the observation deck right now, along with his little sister, I think. Speaking of which, that Michette is a more masterfully crafted character than I realized. Her mere presence brings out a new side of Mishy that amplifies his charms several times over. I may just have to make some room in my superfan heart for both of them now. Michette's mere presence? Well, then we Hey, Elaine, you want to go upstairs? Definitely have to take Elaine up there. It's like if Tio were here. Absolutely have to take Tio.
Now where?
Trion Tower's observation deck stands.
According to the Calvert Aero Space Force, the manned rocket launch is slated to take place the day after tomorrow. Unfortunately, the observation deck will be closed during that time. Trion Tower did see significant crowds during the previous 2 launches, but disappointed patrons noted that, at most, they only managed to catch a faint glimpse of light in the distance. We appreciate your understanding in this matter. Observation deck will unfortunately be closed. We appreciate your understanding.
Shard search? Go.
Hey there, what would you like?
A Trion float.
Come again.
Did you know there's no real concept of up or down in space? Wonder what that would mean for people with a fear of heights. I mean, not having any ground to plant your feet on is as terrifying as it gets.
Search time.
Mwahaha! What's the matter? You haven't much time before the rocket launches. Ugh, if we don't figure this out, we're... Dust. Yeah. But which wire do I cut? You know what? You pick and I'll snip. Fine, fine. The blue one. All right, here goes. Kid's putting on a whole one-man show. With an actual storyline, too. What an imagination. It's like we're watching a movie. I wonder if my agency's looking for child actors. I wonder if my agency is looking for kiddie actors. Did we do it? Looks like red was the right choice after all. Hey, but that's not the one I... that's a hell of an ending. Yes, now's my chance. Wait a sec. This is a meet and greet. Doesn't that mean anyone can hug him? That's a privilege that should be reserved for only Mishy's most dedicated fans. The very thought of such a fluffy, wuffy little guy becoming a public commodity.
Well then.
We won't be hosting a Mishy show today, I'm afraid. Only a meet and greet. As there's very little room up here, we figured dancing might be a bit too dangerous. But don't let that discourage you from meeting Mishy. He's right here and ready for hugs.
All right.
Let's move.
Me? People look a bit like ants from up here, don't they? Rich or poor, strong or small, and yet it feels like they could all fit in the palm of my hand. When you're so high up, everyone's equal. Really helps put things into perspective. Me. Oh my. All the people down there look like little dolls. Or perhaps even puppets. Me. And I suppose that would make me the one pulling the strings. Come to think of it, whenever we dance at shows, our fans move right along with us. If I go left, the audience will join me without question. I guess humans really are my little playthings, huh? That's a kind of a creepy thing to say, Michette. Oh, I was only kidding around, you silly goose.
Well then.
We're holding a special event today, right here on the observation deck. Getting us up here caused quite the hullabaloo, though. After all, having both me and Michette on the elevator makes for a right tight fit. We had to slim down just to squish in together. So, you took your heads off. Is that what I'm hearing? You get that, Elaine? Now, come on, everyone. Let's dance together. Let loose and enjoy the moment. All right. Let's go into the main section of... Door leads to the upper control room, which we had to use during Daybreak 2. Back to Trion Mall.
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major
Okay.
find the Vern store,
And away we go.
Space-themed merchandise?
various boutiques to peruse.
Please, take your
Oh,
time.
I see him. There we go. The Orbital Network hasn't stirred my interest much so far, but the rocket launch 2 days from now has even me keenly curious. Perhaps I'll go purchase myself a T-phone later in light of these unprecedented times. That way I can watch the broadcast from the comfort of my Quincy parlor seat, delightful pastry in hand.
Welcome.
Nope, already got it all.
Thank you very much.
Why, if it isn't young Miss Eau we are most honored to have you visit. Would you like us to ready a special table for you? Or perhaps not, on second thought. Yes, as has been previously stated, my family no longer owns the company. Please treat me as you would any other customer. As you wish. Allow me to start over then. There is a wait if you'd like to be seated. Takeout, on the other hand, we can prepare straight away. Do feel free to let me know should you have need of anything. Duly noted. Conscientious as ever. Our respect for Miss Auclair is to her character, rather than her lineage. Nevertheless, we have no intention of rendering favorable treatment against her will. Do feel free to let me know should you have need of anything. On second thought, we need a table right now, so snap to it. Bet they changed their tune again. At long last, the day of my self-imposed, self-enforced, and self-awarded shopping spree has come. I'll be having one each of every summer-exclusive dessert. On top of my standard order of baked goods and chocolates, of course. Tonight, I surrender myself to the throes of my Quincy addiction. To say I feel no guilt would be a lie, but my pure, unadulterated ecstasy outweighs it by far. So please, don't try to stop me. Oh, Agnès, and the rest of your work crew. Busy on the job as usual, are we? Yes, it's good to see you all. Really cutting loose, having a girls' day out at Quincy Parlor. Plus, one guy. Shut it. It's not like I want to be here. Can we just get this educational visitation meeting done with? Don't be so impatient, James. Educational visitations. That brings back memories. Sure does. I heard they suddenly made the call to do it in Long Lai this year. Yep, originally we were supposed to be off until the end of the week. But then the space program got moved forward. I have to say, I'm looking forward to getting the chance to see a manned rocket launch. You still haven't decided on whether or not you're going to participate, though, have you, Agnès? Yes, that's right. Sorry to cause you all so many problems. It's fine. What happens, happens. You just focus on doing your thing, okay? Thank you, Odette. It's nice having such good friends. Well, you can keep mulling it over till the 11th hour if that's what you need. Right. Speaking of student council work, you mentioned having a good deal of trouble with vendors compared to last year, yes? Yeah. About that? Apparently it's because people left their jobs without passing on the appropriate information? It seems like there's been more people like that in the past year, regardless of the industry. Is that so? Smells like it might be related to the missing persons incident. But they must have all had their own individual reasons to quit. Dissatisfaction with their current circumstances could be a common factor, though. At any rate, be a shame not to make the most of the venue here. Do your meeting the right way and get yourself some sweets. But of course, that's what we were intending from the start. Good luck to all of you, too. Come to think of it, Albert and them are apparently having their own all-guys meeting. Different strokes for different folks, I guess. No matter what, we need to keep on keeping on. So if anything comes up, Agnès, you've always got my ear. Try not to shoulder the world on your own, okay? That means a lot, Odette. Thank you. Different strokes for different folks, as they say. Oh, Long Lai is a fantastic filming location, so I have to make the most of it. Getting some footage of the rocket would put me over the moon. Too bad I probably couldn't use it in a movie. This next school trip was decided on all at once, so a decent number of students opted out of it. Guess that just means more souvenirs I'll have to buy. No, not that one. Sigourney, there we go. We get to see the manned rocket launch up close and personal. What visitation could be more educational than that? I can hardly wait. Space development's sure to have some stumbling blocks, but the triumph of it all is going to be out of this world. It might even be a small wonder. Being the only guy here is so damn awkward. Maybe a good dessert will keep me distracted. You know, my brother mentioned there being sudden resignations in the Department of Internal Affairs, too. Maybe there's more of a connection here than meets the eye. Speculating can only go so far, though. Don't speculate, investigate. I get the sense spending time with everyone like this will only make my eventual goodbye more bittersweet. Still, it's not as though it'll be for good. Maybe I'll even invite you all to Liberal someday. You better, Ren.
Search time.
Okay. Oh, one back in the corner. Back in the corner.
Some space-themed merchandise?
Go.
The world is going loony for outer space right now. The only part of it I care about is the associated stocks. Should I secure my profits now or buy more? It's a fine line to walk. But is it worth it in the
Shard
end?
search? Go.
Okay, well, we've already been to Lev, so we have Chardon and we have Albert. We've done Station, we've done Riverside. Well, that means we go and do the side quests first. Someone's calling. Is this a past client? ArcRed Solutions. Van speaking. Thank goodness. This is the right number. Do you remember me? My name is Amy. I'd asked you to look for Mark, who had gone missing. Yeah, I remember. He was a member of the Desire gang that was cooperating with Almada. He had left the gang for her sake and ended up paying the price for it with his life. That's right. He was sent to a Jaeger Corps camp that was hostile to Almada once in order to scout out their strength. We at the guild learned about it only after the fact. If only we could have intervened a little sooner. Thank you for your help back then. You went to so much trouble for me. I haven't been able to put it completely behind me yet, but I'm finally facing forward and... Wait, enough about me. I need to tell you what just happened. Someone claiming to be a Spriggan reached out to me. What? What? How can that be? Can you tell me about him? What they want? He was maybe in his early 20s. He was tall and a little handsome. He's different from you, but he did have a similar vibe. Uh-huh. So he was a hunky, wild-looking guy with a gruff but attractive face. Hey now. So, what did this guy want? Well, he brought up the man who forced Mark to take on the unreasonable job that led to his death. And he asked, "Don't you want revenge?" Huh? That's... I don't know for sure, but he was probably talking about Desire's leader, right? If it weren't for him, Mark would be... Right now, we'd be... I didn't know how to respond. I hesitated. But before I could give him an answer, he said, "Understood. Leave it to me." And left. I see. Don't worry. We'll handle this. You said you'd finally got back on your feet, yeah? Just leave the meddler to us. All right. Thank you. Even if he was a little handsome, he seemed dangerous. If you really don't know who he is, then be careful. To sum it up, Van, it sounds like something could have happened to that guy. You're right. We'd better get over there right away. Our destination is... Oh, geez, for Desire. Where was Desire based? Not Trion Tower. Not Lev. I don't think it was Riverside, because that's where Giacomo was. I'm going to go with Albert. I think it's Old Town or Albert, but I really don't remember. No, not there. The place we secured that guy that night was... Oh, was that Riverside? Nope. Okay, well, I'm not getting... I'm not getting the SP for this. No. Wait, what? Lave District. Oh, this guy's target is Jeffrey. Right. Well, that's a bunch of SP lost. That's annoying.
Take your time.
Okay.
Performing shard search.
I wonder if Eddie will be okay. Jeffrey, too. That guy said he was a Spriggan, but just how is he connected to Van's group? So, got to him already, huh? Van! Perfect timing. A Spriggan came for Jeffrey just a few minutes ago. He was saying stuff like, I have more to say about last night's incident before leaving him. Eddie was a little worried, so he followed them. Damn. We're too late. Still, we should be able to catch up to them if we hurry. They went that way, right? Leave it to us. We'll make sure Eddie's safe, too. Yeah, okay. I'm counting on you.
Very well.
Okay.
No, in here. Yes, in here. Ugh.
Bit early to be going Betty by on me, ain't it? So much for Jeffrey Valentino, ex-leader of Desire.
Stop, damn it. You said you knew Van, but that was a total lie, wasn't it? Sure, this guy might have been good for nothing, but why would you go this far? I never said I know him, did I? I just told you I'm a Spriggan. It's not like it's trademarked, and I'm sure the guy wouldn't mind. But don't take my word for it. Why don't we ask the original Spriggan himself, Mr. Van Arkwright? So, having us catch up to you is part of your plan. What? It's him. You came for us? It was a bold invitation, but now I'm sure I've never met you before in my life. Why don't you introduce yourself, so-called fellow Spriggan?
Sure, the pleasure's all yours.
Fabio Rosso.
Name's Fabio Rosso. Drifted over from the city of Dijon not too long ago. I'm pretty well known back in my neck of the woods, but I'm guessing you're out of that loop.
Nah. I remember hearing from Dingo about a guy who took things a little too far. Back when Almada was still thriving, he used any means necessary to attack anyone affiliated with him. Taking their mira, their goods, and then making it look like the work of Heyue or Ouroboros. How is that even possible? What? There's no way he could do that, right? I heard from their branch that such a person existed. Why would someone like that lead Mr. Arkwright here? A good question. He even wrote that provoking message. Yeah, to put it plainly, I admire you, Van. I admire the work you do as a Spriggan, hovering between light and shadow, determining your own definition of right and wrong. You can think of me as a self-serving follower, if you like. I see. I can understand admiring Van, but if that's the case, then why are you intervening in 4 SPGs that have already been settled? The wallet incident, the stalkers, and now this revenge mission. You took them all on without permission. Your way of doing things is nothing but selfishly digging up Van's concluded cases. It's support in name only. Just what are you aiming for with all of this? And yes, I'm with her. This girl's your assistant, right? Seems like the rumors are true. You've got guts. But you should quit it with this keeping house shtick. The Spriggan I heard about would have wrapped everything up alone using his cool head. Using his cunning, merciless judgment, and his alone. Didn't you even work behind the scenes during the war? And now look at you, surrounded by brats and broads rendering half-assed resolutions to valuable 4 SPGs. And to top it all off, you'll cozy up and climb into bed with the guild, the cops, swarming around like law-abiding roaches. Tell me, Van Arkride, is that acceptable Spriggan behavior? Well, it's true we look like we're playing house. If I met up with the me of last year, he might say something similar. Oh. Then, there's your answer. Why don't you cut ties with these goody two-shoes right now and get back to being your cold, calculating, bad self? I'll do whatever I can to help, too. But I won't be some assistant. I'll be your colleague. I might not have your mysterious powers, but I've got tricks of my own up my... Let's forget for a second how you even know about that. The way you're calling yourself a Spriggan is pissing me off. You just want to solve 4 SPGs in a way you think is cooler than mine. But it's like Anya said. All you're doing is wasting time digging up old cases and ruining every resolution. I thought for sure you were harassing me. Never imagined you actually thought you were being nice. I don't think he gets it. Based on that logic, you were planning to punish that man. Does that mean exacting revenge by way of murder? What? I mean, he did some awful things. That doesn't mean anyone else can make up for what he did, or his atonement. That's right. I may just be an assistant who wasn't here to help last night, but I can help now. Watch out. Is that what I think it is? Isn't that what that woman in Arassian used? Sure is. My specialty. An enhanced needle gun. A shard shield, huh? Shouldn't be surprised considering you're the ones who brought down Almada. Ah! You won't get away! Ugh, he made it to the road. I failed to bring you down, but that's fine. Today, I only wanted to say hi. Why don't we have a proper showdown someday soon to determine which of us is truly worthy of being the Spriggan? Zeros, follow his... Forget it. There's no reason to chase him down. And we will pick this up tomorrow from there. Have a good night, y'all.